Hi guys, it's Tim here from cleverbodybuilding.com and today we're got a special treat. We've got a interview with the father of crew bodybuilding, my gym father, Graham Porter.
Hello there, nice to meet you all.
But I want to just recap and just tell everyone literally about some of the titles you've won, because a lot of people may have forgot. I certainly haven't, and I'm just going to reel off some of the sort of titles you've got. So, you're multiple NABBA Mr. England Masters champion. You're multiple British Masters champion. 3 times, in fact. EPF Masters Britain champion. You've had the Welsh Masters.
Yeah.
Plenty of Mr. Wigan Masters.
Yeah.
And then we've also come third in the EPF Worlds. You've done 2 universes.
That's correct.
Yeah, you've come 3rd and 5th in the universes. And I can't think of anyone in the area who's actually achieved as much as yourself. All right.
Yeah.
So just a quick one, Greg. I mean, like going into what got you into bodybuilding?
Well, to be honest, I was always a physical sort of chap, you know, when I was younger, and I used to get the Health and Strength, the old bodybuilding magazine from years ago. Oscar Hyde and Stan used to run it. You lads may not remember it.
I've seen them.
And I saw some pictures of a bloke bodybuilder called Frank Zane, and
a very good one.
And that turned me head. I started it was my type of physique. You know.
He's a cracker.
I thought, well, I'll have a crack at that. 27 at the time when I started training.
27.
27 years of age.
Wow.
And I thought, well, I'm getting married. I got married when I was 27, and I thought, well, I'll have no money, so I'll dedicate myself to go in the gym and training, and it won't cost much money. Was I wrong?
Was I wrong?
Anyway, cutting a long story short, that's how I actually got started off.
No way. Okay. Because, like, I mean, I know, again, from training in your gym, I remember the Frank Zane, the picture of the back shot, and I remember asking you many times, who's that, you know, cracking visit, wasn't he? Okay, so going back onto your shows, what are your sort of highlights from your bodybuilding shows?
I don't know if there's any highlights, really. Yeah, I won a few, and it's a lovely feeling to win. Because that's what you train for a year to attain, you know, to achieve. I always enjoyed the training more than the actual competing. Yeah. Because the actual getting on stage and the preparation can be stressful.
I very agree with you on that.
But then again, as you know, either you either want to do it or you don't want to do it, and it's just part of the game. And
it's the goals, isn't it?
You have to bite the bullet and get on with it. Win or lose, I enjoyed every single one, because I made loads of good friends, acquaintances, friends, really close friends, that to this day I've still got.
That's it, and you never lose them either.
Never lose them, exactly, Tim.
Yeah, it's a close sport. Going on to that, we're talking about having a goal for the shows. How important do you think goal setting is when you go into bodybuilding?
Oh, goal setting, that's for any sport, particularly bodybuilding, being a selfish game as it is. You need a goal. You need a short-term goal. You don't need a goal that'll say, I'm going to be Mr. Universe, you know, in a fortnight, because you're not. You need a short-term goal, whether it be, I've got an inch on my legs, half inch on my arms, or I'm going on holiday in 12 months' time. Let's get in shape for holiday.
Yeah, or getting married, Greg.
Or getting married. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. But yeah, you do need a goal, and if you have a goal, you need to stick to your goal, and don't make excuses and veer off to make it. You make a decision. It's not a light decision, because this game is a very selfish, single-minded game. So you have to think about that.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, you've got to put the effort in to get what you want to do, haven't you?
Oh no, it won't come out of fresh air. You've got to work your tits off. You really have. It's unbelievably hard work.
It's a dedication, right?
It's a dedication. It's not like a runner. You can't see the result, because you train. You're waiting for that result over a long period of time. It's not like running a race. It's a long race.
It takes time.
And this is another decision before you take it up you need to make seriously.
So a lot of people go into bodybuilding, and from my experience, haven't got a massive idea about the nutrition importance of it.
Yeah.
How important do you reckon the nutrition is in bodybuilding, building muscle?
Yeah, it's vastly important. It's probably one of the most important things. Anybody can train hard, but people can't eat hard. Muscle doesn't grow out of fresh air. Muscle grows out of protein and carbs and fats, which you put into your body, and your body reacts and it grows according to your training. But yeah, it's vitally important, nutrition, more important than a lot of modern day bodybuilders think.
Yeah, totally, and I think a lot of people neglect that, especially in the gym. I mean, I see people training in the gym for 2 or 3 hours and a day and not changing in a year. You know, that's quite a common factor, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to be in a gym training any part of your body for, I would say, hour and a quarter maximum.
Yeah, that's right. I always remember this, Greg, because this is going back to when I very first came to your gym, when I was a wee nipper.
Wow.
My turning point in my bodybuilding experience was when you gave me that CMP tape of Dorian Yates and Kerry Kay's talking about the importance of protein and foods.
Yeah.
And I remember you gave me that, and I went home and I listened to that 3 or 4 times that night, and then I made my decision that day. Right, this is what I want to do. Even if my mum actually, she did say, she was never going to cook for me because you were stupid. She goes, if you want to do it, you're going to cook yourself. And I did it. And that was the turning point for me, totally. And I'll never forget that one. It's one of the biggest points in my head.
Kerry Cage and Jim Bolton were forward thinkers in the game.
Yeah, totally.
They competed themselves. There was no technology then, it was just trial and error. But they passed it on to us.
That's right. Yeah, because they had seminars at your gym as well. Kerry Cage didn't really do a seminar and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's fantastic stuff. I don't think anybody does it these days. Like they used to, I don't know.
They do it, but they charge a lot of money, and it's turned into a bit of a money sport.
Well, that was, that was free because we were customers of their supplements.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice to see again, wouldn't it?
That would be great to see again.
Yeah. Right, we talked about the importance of protein, right? Okay. Do you think people undereat in regards to bodybuilding and growing?
I think most people are frightened to eat too much. I think a majority of people that are bodybuilder now are not very knowledgeable on nutrition. It's something you have to study, and it's trial and error, a lot of it.
It can be quite technical, can't it?
Yeah, according to how your body reacts to certain things.
Yeah. Once you know how your body works, after a couple of trials and errors, it becomes a lot more comfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you can, supposing you trainer like yourself, Tim, he gives you a certain food regime, nutrition regime, then you can tweak it to suit yourself.
That's
over
right.
the months. Not over, you change your diet, change your nutrition for a week, nothing's going to happen. You've got to do it for a few months and then see, and then you may be disappointed, but you may be not. Then you know which way to go.
That's right.
If that makes any sense.
It makes loads of sense, because I remember when I first started off, I concentrated, from that videotape I watched, I concentrated on making sure I had protein every 3 hours. And then around that, actually funnily saying that, this is another one. I remember when I was talking to you again when I was young, and we were talking about eggs and the importance of eggs. And I said to you, Gray, I said, Gray, I don't like eggs. And you said to me,
get to like them, was it?
it was basically, if I tell you to eat dog shit, you'll eat it if you're gonna grow. So find a way of eating eggs. So basically, what I did, I ended up whisking eggs into my porridge.
Not whisking up with dog shit, surely.
Not with dog shit. It was amazing. But that's another fun memory, and I've kept that up for ages actually, all the way through college. Yeah, totally.
One of the most absorbable types of protein is an egg.
Very true. Yeah.
Complete amino acid complex.
Still is today.
Eggs is an egg.
Egg is an egg, and it's also cheap.
Exactly.
There you go. It doesn't have to be as expensive as people think. The gym is a feel-good factor. That's what I want to talk to you about. What are your feelings on that?
Feel-good factor, as in your training. Feel-good factor, yeah. Physical exercise of any kind, it stimulates your endorphins, as you know.
it can help anyone out, can't it? Like,
yeah,
you know?
if you say you're going through a bad time in life and you don't really want to train, if you can just make yourself use that discipline that you've got, or you won't be doing this. Get in the gym, do a bit of training, focus your mind on something, and it'll take it all away for at least an hour. And after that, you walk out of the gym. I always found that you could cope better.
Yeah, you're ready to face it, aren't you? Yeah.
I always found that it did help me in bad times in life, psychologically. It did.
And it happens to a lot of people as well, doesn't it? You know,
lots of people.
You see people having, you know, trouble all the times, they come to the gym and they actually get much better in themselves and more confident. And
and it helps. It does help us to cope with life in a certain respect. Yeah, it's not the answer.
Yeah, but
you may need some more help, but yeah, certainly.
It certainly helps.
Certainly helps, without a doubt.
So basically, then going into bodybuilding a bit more. When someone's going through the ranks, training, etc., and building up, how important is it for an honest opinion on their progress? Because I know people get carried away and they might think they're better than they are. In your opinion, like the sort of an honest opinion is important, right?
Oh, that's amazingly important to have somebody that you trust, somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. There's lots of knowledgeable people out there that have never competed. But no, there aren't. Actually, I told a lie there. You have to have been through the mill to know how the mill works.
Yeah, you've got to know those feelings.
It's just my old-fashioned opinion. Find a coach, yourself, but get advice off somebody that knows what they're talking about. And this isn't to sell stuff and sell protein. This is just a genuine fact. If you can find somebody that you trust and you genuinely do everything they say, then you're a very lucky man to find somebody that you can rely on like that.
Well, I was lucky I bumped into you for that, Greg, because when this is another one, actually, another good story here, because I remember when I was at university, no, it wasn't before university, it was like the first time I ever dieted, because what I did is we talked about it, and you said, make sure you can diet before you do a show. So I was dieting away, and then I thought I was really good, Nick, and I was like, yeah, Greg's going to say I'm nearly there, and then clothes come off, and you said, you're looking shit, you're miles out, get yourself some hard work. and then you're like, okay. But after you saying that, and I took it on board, I came back 6 weeks later and I was actually virtually in show Nick. So
I remember,
it's important to take on board a real life, because I don't know, because I've never done it before.
There's a lot of people who give you bullshit and say you look great, which compared to the man in the street, of course you look great. Yeah. Because you're a bodybuilder, you know, you're going to look better. But if somebody gives you bullshit, you're going to go on that stage thinking, I'm the dog's bollocks. And you're not embarrassing yourself because you're up there, because that's an achievement to get up there, but you're going to be very disappointed.
That's right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I see it a lot, actually. You see people up there and, you know, and they, you know, maybe shouldn't have been there because they're so far out, but they might feel themselves that they're actually in nick, or someone's talking to them saying they're actually...
Just listen to the training part.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be a bit of training. Okay, obviously you can't grow without training either. No. Importance of training.
Well, this is what it is. It's weight training, bodybuilding training.
That's it.
Yeah, it's very important.
You can't.
The correct type of training is important.
Yeah.
I mean.
So we're talking about like training for bodybuilding as such, and like, in your opinion, it's a good idea to cover every body part once a week.
Once a week is plenty for one body part.
Yeah. Are you? I mean, I'm in the same opinion as yourself. Like, but I know some people train like a body part twice a week. What in your opinion? What's your thoughts on that?
No, I don't know. Unless you sleep all day and you're superhuman, it ain't going to work. Say that's about one body part. For instance, say a bicep. It's a small body part. If you train it properly, it's going to take 2 or 3 days to recover.
That's right.
Right, and then it's going to make another couple of days to actually get yourself in some sort of growth situation. If you start training it before that growth situation is there, you're going to send it your body catabolic, and it's not going to grow. It's either going to stay as it is.
Exactly.
And this is the truth. I'm not a scientist, but check it out.
No, it's true.
It's going to send your body what's called catabolic instead of anabolic, and you're going to go backwards and be very disappointed. If you train a body part once a week, hard enough, and give it time to recover, it will recover. And if it doesn't grow, then you need to look at something else. You know, it's either your nutrition or your training, it's your type of training, type of intense weight training. If you do it right, you'll grow. If you don't do it right, the nutrition, the training, the rest periods, the food, if you don't do it right, one of them wrong, then it won't work.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I always remember, Gray, when...
This is just my opinion, you must remember this, you know.
It's a very good opinion. Okay, so basically, when I was going up in the gym, I always remember when you were training, talking about intensity now, like literally your time was your time, and that was... I remember you used to get a bit annoyed if someone interrupted your training, right? And that's because you're in a zone and you wanted to get that workout done intensely and properly so you could attack it properly, right?
Yeah.
And that's a sort of focus you need in this training, right? Because like if you don't get that focus in, that training could go from 1 hour to 2 hours. If you're with your friends, having like 3 people training together, that could go into like more of a chat than a training, and then that's obviously going against the grain of what we're trying to achieve, right?
Intensity. You need intensity. We're not weightlifters with bodybuilders, so we need intensity. You need to stimulate growth, right? You can't get stimulus by talking. Once you've got your breath back, not your heart rate, once your breath's come back, that's your next set. So I would say if you're going to train with a partner, just train with one. And then he's on, you're off, you're on. No mobile phones, none of that bullshit. I've seen them. But I'm rambling now.
No.
But
that brings us.
There's only one way you can get it intense. If something interrupts you, you've lost it. It's gone here.
Yeah.
Oh, it was with me anyway.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I have the same thing. When you get in the zone, if someone comes up to you and starts talking to you, you can lose it, and then you're like, that's your training.
Excuse me, I'm training. It's as simple as that. And I know, a bit old school myself, and he used to get my hair off a little bit, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah, no, it's totally. You're creating that environment and that discipline that you so installed in most of the, pretty much, I'd say 99% of the bodybuilders in crew. Your discipline has made them the bodybuilders they are today.
Oh, good. That's nice that you listen to me.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I'll go back to that mobile phone one. I remember the day, because I was in the gym actually, and those 2 lads on the phones, weren't they? And you basically said, if you're not going to train, get out, get down the stairs. But that was the ethos and the mentality, right?
Yeah, but that's how it was. Yeah, it was a bit shocking actually. Well, I don't know if it would work today, Tim.
Maybe not, but it made like, I know when I was growing up doing bodybuilding in crew, there was like yourself, George, and myself, and Sean did a bit, and Kelvin was there, and and little Nathan and all that. They all did well bodybuilding, and they all got that discipline from yourself.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Nick Landon, there's another guy. Kenny Leach was there. Yeah. So all these guys have really done well, and if it wasn't for your help and your encouragement, Gray, then the discipline, then they wouldn't have got where they would. Definitely.
Well, thanks for that, Tim.
That's 100%, because the guidance is important, and that's going.
Well, like we said before, you took advice off somebody you thought knew what they were talking about, and it obviously worked for you. So the bodybuilders now need to find somebody, maybe like yourself or one of your lads. Yeah. Take good advice.
Right then. So we've sort of talked a little bit about that, and we talked about how long to train a body part for. You've covered that earlier, haven't you? So you reckoned about an hour and a quarter for a body part and a small body part, didn't you?
In the gym, if you do 2 small body parts, I don't know, say back and biceps or something, hour and a quarter. Yeah. Maximum. If you're in the gym more than an hour and a quarter, you've been wasting your time. Yeah. You're going again catabolic. Again, that's intensity. I mean, quads you can do in 3/4 an hour. Yeah. You know this. Oh yeah. if you're doing it properly, you're not hanging about and gawking through the window. You know?
That's right. I can smash my chest in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's proof of the pudding. You know, it's fair, isn't it?
That's true.
Listen to the man.
Okay. So we've got another question for you now, Gray. Is like, generally, like, how long would you think it would take to create a physique? And it's a bit of a general question here, but like, you know, someone's out there starting from scratch and they wanted to become a bodybuilder. They want to see results. How long would you see it achieving their goals?
Right, how long's a piece of string, that one, isn't it?
Very true. If they're taking properly advice and they're doing the training properly, you know.
I would say, average. I say you could see an improvement in 6 months. I would say.
Yeah, that's right.
But it depends what kind of. You'd have to go in a beginners contest or. Well, I don't know what sort of kind of contest they have now. We won't go into that.
Yeah, we've got the first timers and
you got your first timers. You would have to make your goal. Say, if you're just starting, it depends what type of physique you've got to start with.
Yeah.
But make your goal, and make that your goal. Now you might think to yourself, "I'm not good enough yet. I'm not good enough. So I'll do the year after, or I'll do the one after." That is one thing you shouldn't do, because you'll just never get to a contest.
Yeah.
You'll never ever think you're good enough. And this is a bodybuilder's mentality, believe me.
I've seen plenty of good bodybuilders actually do that. They actually look amazing, and they go, "Oh, I'll do it next year." They never competed. You know.
If you make your goal for this show, say, what is it, the Northwest in March or whatever, you go, you do your best, you train your diet down, you prep yourself for it, you go and you do it. If you don't do it, you've bottled out.
Yeah.
You haven't done what you intended to do, so you've lost straight away.
Yeah.
And it's going to put you on this mindset where, oh, fucking hell.
Every time.
But you go there, you see what was wrong, you go back to the drawing board, and then you make this is goals again, this is all about goals. Then you make your other goal, sorry. And then you go for that. Don't back out of it, because if you back out, you've lost.
Completely, completely agree.
Every man that goes on that stage is a winner. Every man, because he's had the balls and he's had the guts and the discipline to get up there and do it.
Yeah.
And every man on that stage, in my eyes, you know, I take my hat off to him.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, completely.
You don't have to win everything in the world, do you?
No. I think that's a big mistake. I think people think that they should be winning when it's actually a personal journey, in my opinion.
It's just a game. It's a big, complicated game, but we loved it, didn't we?
Oh, gosh.
And that's it.
In fact, I would say that it was probably best times of my life, actually.
I can go along with that.
Yeah.
I can go along with that, Tim, yeah.
That era in Gray's gym there, where all the boys were there together, it was a really good time.
Yeah, it was a good camaraderie.
It was. We won loads of stuff, didn't we, all of us?
Yeah, I think we had 5 British champions in a year, I think.
Something like that, wasn't it?
Something crazy. It was unbelievable, but it was good, yeah.
Rest. Okay. I know a lot of people, probably a lot of people listening to this right now, will probably train 6-7 days a week and forget how important rest is. What's your opinion on that, Gray?
If you're doing a 4-day split, you're doing a 4-day, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday or something. You train your body parts once a week. Why do you want to squeeze something else in? You know, I just don't get it.
It's like an addiction to, I think.
It is, and you get this endorphin buzz again. But you can get that by going a walk up the canal with the dog and you know. But there's other ways of having fun apart from bodybuilding, believe me.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you got to. I think people can get too absorbed into it.
Yeah.
And then they can go wrong by overdoing things, and that's like the overtraining malarkey as well, isn't it? Yeah. You got to have try and get another hobby in there, and you know, your partner interests, stuff like that. Yeah.
It's a very selfish game, but you do need to rest. And what you must remember about rest and recovery, while we're on that, Tim, is maybe a lot of lads, you don't know it, but your body only grows and recovers when you're sleeping, right? You don't grow in the gym. You might get a bit of pump, but that'll go, and then you've got to go and feed it, and you go sleep and you grow. Quality sleep.
It's important, isn't it?
Very, very important, yeah.
So I know a lot of people who are very stressed out, and you know, potentially if they've got like loads of things going on in the back, you know, in their personal life, or their work's really hard, you know, things like that, when they're really stressed and they're probably not going to be sleeping as well, maybe it's not the right time for them to maybe compete, you know. Cause
not the right for them to dedicate into bodybuilding training.
Yeah, you got
to get the life in the affairs in order if you can, you know, on them.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Because you can't, it's a very selfish game and you cannot veer off.
No.
You know, I was always taught to focus yourself and go forward.
Yeah.
And it can be a stress on different parts of your life,
it can
relationships
be.
And such.
Yeah, it can be, yeah.
But you either want to do it or you don't want to do it. It's
And like, you know, going on that, when I was doing my thing, my partner at the time was quite accepting of it, you know, and it was quite nice for me in that respect. But I know some people would find that quite stressful, and I do know relationships do get a little bit on edge. But if you've got not the right person, the right partner behind you, then it's obviously going to help the situation.
Of course it is, yeah. And then you always got to try yourself not to be too selfish in what you're doing.
You learn that.
If it is your partner, you've got to think, well, this girl in here for the ride, you know, I've got to take care of it, you know.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
It, and you should do.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Basically, I always remember you referring to bodybuilding as like a religion, and making it a religion. You know, as like your dedication and stuff like that. So, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you do dedicate yourself to, like you dedicate yourself to a religion, you would pray every day, wouldn't you? But you dedicate yourself to the gym or whatever, or the gym or some kind of training. You're praying as you're training, and you're working towards your goal. I mean, a religion, church religion, you're praying so you can go to heaven. All you want in this game is to improve yourself, which is just as good to me.
Yeah, you know? Totally with you on that. I think a lot of people forget that. I think a lot of people think that it's all about showing and what's not. But I think, you know, I started off bodybuilding because I wanted to improve myself. Not for a show, not to win anything, but I just wanted to make myself better. And I think a lot of people forget that. And, you know, you can make a lot of good gains without having to do shows or whatever, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and people think bodybuilding is just about shows, but it's actually self-improvement, isn't it?
It's self-improvement. It's improving your self-esteem. On the psychological side of it, I think we probably do bodybuilding because we feel a bit less of ourselves than we should. Putting it a lack of self-esteem, is that the right word?
Totally, yeah.
Which is not wrong, because it's throughout human nature. People have got it, and men puff their chests out, don't they? Birds puff their chests out. Animals display themselves, and it's the same thing we're doing to improve our bodies. And maybe puff your chest out. I don't know.
Makes you feel better.
But it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
In your own mind. A lot of people don't like bodybuilders.
No.
Because they think they look a bit strange. Which probably does to the layman, but to us, if it makes you feel good, do it. It's a very selfish game. Dedicate yourself to it. Achieve something. If it's just a goal down the week down the road, achieve it. And if you've achieved one little thing, you've won. You've won. Then your next goal is another goal, and then you've won that as well.
Totally.
Everything is an achievement. You've got to keep going.
Yeah, you build up that success, don't you? Yeah. And you get to where you want to be.
You've got to. If you keep achieving your goals, you're not going that way.
Totally.
You know, and it's easy. Talking about it, it's easy, but actually doing it, that's the tough bit.
Oh yeah, we all know what it's like when we're dieting, don't we?
Yeah.
You know.
And that's when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, I do remember when I used to work in Liverpool in this shop, and I used to get towards, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks out from a show, and I used to have to hide in the changing room because I couldn't face any customers, you know, like, oh, I can't face anyone today, it was so knackered, and you know, you know, so it gets hard, doesn't it, when you get to that.
It's like walking through mud, and you know.
Yeah, it's tough, but you get the result, don't you?
You do it to yourself, and it's people will say it's not advisable, it's not healthy. Well, yeah, we know that, but we do it. It's because it's what we want to do. And we've achieved it our own way. If people don't like it, it doesn't really matter. It matters about yourself, because it is a selfish game.
Yeah, it's interesting about the healthy thing. I remember 1 year after a show, I went to the doctors and I had my blood works done, and it was interesting. I'm not everything was perfect, like every single function. I couldn't have been more perfect, and like I reckon the doctor was probably expecting it to be bad by looking at me, you know.
That's right.
But everything was perfect, and you know that's because we were eating for 20 weeks on a diet, weren't we? You said that's what we ended up doing, around about 20 weeks on a diet, and we were eating sort of just pure food, isn't it? You know, pure chicken, pure potatoes, pure broccolis, no sugars, no rubbish. You know, no bad fats there, isn't there? And you know, and that's probably something that people don't realise as well. It's quite
well, I've experienced the same thing. Like your cholesterol levels. I mean, I've been down to 2. You know, my liver function, everything's always been okay, and my doctor had the same experience. And he knew what I was doing. He says, well, basically, he said, Graham, you know more than me. Because he didn't know nothing about the enhancement. And he didn't know much about nutrition as well. But I did get to, and I did exactly the same experience as you.
It's interesting. It's probably more common than people think, isn't it?
You do feel a bit ropey at the end of your diet, but that's because your body's drained.
It's fatigued. It's been hammered for 20 weeks, hasn't it?
I've seen people look worse. That never trained in their life.
Exactly. And you know, we've always rebound better.
Yeah, well, that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. Here's one for you, actually, before we go. Your opinion on like rebounding after a show. Okay, in your opinion, do you think it's a good idea? You grow more after a rebound after a show? Because a lot of people will be doing shows, won't they? And you know, you get a big response from that.
Yeah, well, you do. You've been on 0 carbs, practically, well, maybe not 0, but very low carbohydrate diet. Your body fat's down to about 2 or 5%. Everything in your body is screaming. It's screaming for food, for carbs, for fats. And after you go a show, you always go for some grub after. The next day, you go, you know, your body's grabbing onto all this water, the sodium's grabbing the water. And of course, then you're going to be, next few days, you're going to look amazing in the gym.
You do, don't you?
Because you're full of water, you really are.
Your veins popping out everywhere.
It's not good. It's not good.
I remember.
That's the only rebound I've never had any rebound as in muscle growth.
Okay.
That's what I never had. No. Then
that's taken over the years. The year.
Yeah, in general, I've never noticed any big difference in muscle growth. No.
Just the carb rebound.
Just the carb bloat, yeah.
Talking about the carb bloat, I remember Sean, don't you? Sean?
I do.
Yeah. Well, I remember after one of his shows, I went to his house once and he was eating loads of food. He won't mind us talking about this because he laughs about it now. And I think he put on over 2.5 stone in about 2 weeks, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember it well. He was loving it, loving life, he was.
Yeah.
He was loving life.
Yeah, you can do that, because you just fill yourself full of ice cream and Chinese and chips, which is great.
Yeah, but your body it probably needs it at that point, doesn't it? I suppose
it needs something, to stop you. Yeah.
And then you go back onto the grind.
Back on the grind, then. Yeah.
What am I going to achieve next time?
But make your next goal.
All right then, so we'll make that a wrap. I want to thanks Gray, and it's been an honour to have you here today, Gray. I must admit, it's been a special for me, especially. And I hope everyone listening has taken on some tips from that, because Gray's got lots of years of experience and in real life bodybuilding there. So I hope you've enjoyed it. So see you again, guys.
Thanks, Tim. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure, Gray.
Good luck, lads.